And one, turn this way down. Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Therapy. It's been a while since I've uploaded. The two people watching this. What up? I appreciate you. I recorded this the other day. It was about 30 minutes, and I don't know. I now want to re-record it, and pretty much there's this question, and it's really been bugging me tonight because it affects someone else now. Mostly still me, but it's this question of why it can be so hard to just do it. You know, the Nike slogan, just do it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it is. Getting back to work, working on a video, getting it to a homework assignment. Whatever it is, there's no solution other than just doing it. I mean, it's good to create systems, sure, to optimize your workflow and, you know, find the way that you best work. But at the end of the day, there's no excuse for just doing it. And my example that I ended up showing in the last attempt at recording is Japanese vocabulary reviews and grammar reviews. I've really been letting them build up over the last couple of days. I've not been practicing Japanese nearly enough, especially if I want to hit N3 in December. And I had a bit of a revelation tonight, which I'll get to in a little bit. Comes down to me being a very goal-oriented person, but there are these times when I don't act on feeling. I have to break things down. I have to objectify. I have to rationalize, and it's just some things just don't have to be that complicated. And I do that. I overcomplicate things a lot. And they don't have to be complicated. That's really all it is. You know, I realized I want to do something. I want to do this. And, you know, when the idea first came up, it was like, oh, I gotta do it at this time because it's more empty. But it's only more empty because it's a later date. You know, things are always gonna show up. And let me work around this and this. When you want to do something, you'll make it work. At the end of the day, you'll make it work. Especially if it's simple. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to talk about Japanese reviews. It's maybe partially a metaphor, largely also because Japanese reviews. I did about 100 words a second ago. I got, 50% of them wrong. But hey, 50% is better than not doing them at all. Did some grammar reviews as well, about 30 or 40 of those, because those are stacking up as well. Again, not acceptable to be slacking as I am. There's no room for that right now. But yeah, it's just so hard to do things, and I've been asking myself why. Why have I been procrastinating these reviews so much? You know, why have I been pushing off work so much, in some sense? What is it with this? Why is it that I have been able to get myself up at 6:30 in the morning with like 3 or 4 exceptions that were, excused the night before, so to speak. It wasn't like I'm going to stay in bed. It was like, okay, I'm going to, sleep in tomorrow or whatever. Or, excuse me. It's 9:03. I have to be in bed in 27 minutes, but PM, of course. Why is it so easy that I've also been doing 5:30 wake ups? Tomorrow will be day 5 and going to CrossFit 3 days a week. Tomorrow will be the 3rd day, Friday. Why is it that I can do that? I think, I have a strong purpose and whatever. Now, I just realized this ties in really well to my little epiphany here. My epiphany was unrelated to this, but it is so bound. The epiphany is to not focus on 0. It's to focus on building a routine. Generalized, that becomes don't orient around a goal, orient around a habit. My habit of waking up is something I'm keeping strong. I don't have a goal. I'm not trying to make it to 90 days or whatever. With my reviews, something that occurred to me, I was doing the dishes and I was thinking of it or something like that. Something that occurred to me was Yeah, I have like 400, 500 at the time, pending words. And I need to get it to 0. Yes, that's true. But what happens when I get it to 0? Am I going to let it build up to 400 and 500 and let it stress me out again? No. I need to build a routine. It's not important to get the words down to 0. At the end of the day, you know, I'm going to try and cram as much vocab as I can into my brain, right? But it doesn't matter how... It just matters that I know as much as I can know by the time I get there. And I would rather know 400 words really well than 1,000 words all having seen 1 or 2 times. I have to learn like 2,000 words. But anyway, well, maybe. I'll learn as many as I think I'll need to by the time I get there. And so I realized, okay, stop focusing on, okay, I'm gonna sit down and get 100 reviews down, so then I'll do 100 later, and so on and so forth. That doesn't help anyone. That fixes a now problem, it doesn't fix a long-term problem. But if I focus on the habit, okay, just, you know, do 20 minutes of reviews. That's it. I want to get used to doing 20 minutes of reviews before bed, for example. Or 20 minutes when I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. And on the days I don't have CrossFit, what if I spend a good hour of my day just doing reviews? First thing, no problem. Drink caffeine, whatever the heck. Why is it so hard to just do that, though? And I guess related to this thing I'm not going to talk about, or not going to talk about explicitly, a lot of it's related to, I think, living life by emotions versus living life by rules. A while ago, I convinced myself to live my life by rules, not emotion. That was a bit of a toxic thing to have done. Because when you have an emotion, you A, can't deal with it because you're emotionally immature. But B, you have to break it down. You have to rationalize it. You have to say, why do I want to do this? What do I have to do in order to make this possible? And you know, make sure I can work while I do this and keep up this while I do that. And oh my god, it's gonna... No. Just when you want to do something, the thing itself comes first. I'm like speaking with my hands. You can't see me. The thing you want to do should come first, and then you figure out how it works later. And it's amazing how it's taken me such a strong emotion, such a strong feeling to realize this. Because, good lord, am I emotionally suppressed. Oh, the objective is taking it all away. I don't care about saying that name, but it's, you know, it's what up to, people. Good lord. You don't have to make time and then fill it with something. You make something present and then you make time for it. Oh man. Excuse me. And it comes down to, I want to do these Japanese reviews. I feel like doing them. I feel like I have this strong passion for this language that I want to learn. There's stress and desire to learn these vocab words and grammar points. And yet rationally, it's like, oh, no. That's not how this is going to work. No. You need to break down these 3 reasons why you want to do it. You need to organize your schedule such that you do exactly this. Oh, when you make this video, it's got to follow these prescribed rules. Oh, you want to do it this way? No. We gotta explain why you want to do it that way before you do it that way. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Viewers, the 2 of you, sorry. I don't know why I think that's so funny to me. Oh, sheesh. Okay. But, does it make sense? It's so hard to just do it. You know, we're human. We cannot, unless you are a psychopath or sociopath, or both, we cannot just force ourselves to constantly work, you know, without sleep, go 80 hours just constantly doing something. The human body doesn't do that. It's not going to do that for you. It's going to break. You are going to break yourself. But with moderation of everything, I don't know. Freak, I got off topic. But we can't do everything, and we can't do everything all the time. And I understand that. And it's hard to just do it when you're tired or whatever. But I'm saying aside from those things, when money is not a problem, when time is not a problem, when your energy levels are not a problem, why is it so hard to do it? We say, okay, finally, we might say I never have time to do this. And yet, we tidy up our room for an hour. Or, go food shopping on a whim. And it's really annoying. It really annoys me. And it kind of had a really big effect today. And it just really peeved me. That's all. That is it. And I don't want to define my life by rules. I don't want to have to break down everything objectively before I decide to do something. I want to be able to do things because I want to do them. I have so many theories as to why I'm like this. And a lot of them are probably pretty accurate. But it doesn't matter. I don't need to go into that and figure it out. Maybe one day I will. But the key thing is that I recognize that. And if I want to do something, then I'm going to do it. Obviously, if it hurts someone, I'm not going to do it. If it, don't be an idiot, right? You do need to have some sort of super ego. But mine is just too overbearing if we want to talk about Freud, because I haven't done that in 3 years or whatever. I don't know why Freud came like that. Give the id a little space. Let it be human. Let yourself be human. I'm not a robot. Anyway, that's why I think it's so hard to do things, because I try to find the optimal way, break it down, to figure out how I'm going to get to zero. But it's like the lesson I learned with the reading. You don't focus on getting a certain amount of chapters done each day. You don't focus on getting one book down a week. You just start reading. You're bored, pick up a book instead of a TV show. So do some reviews. Change the way you look at an activity. Don't make it a goal-oriented thing. Don't allocate an hour to reviews or 20 minutes to reviews. Just do them consistently. And you're not consistently, do them constantly. There's a difference. It's so hard to do things because we orient ourselves around a goal. And then we become fixated on that goal, right? I want to get these reviews to 0. But there's no way I can do that right now. The pain of the last review session or whatever is there subconsciously. And that's why it's so hard, because we just become goal-oriented. Oh my god, I gotta finish this 7-page essay. I'm gonna work on page 1 of this 7-page. No, stop it. Get some help. Sorry, that was a moment. Just stop it. You have 500 words. Just crack at some reviews. Don't worry about getting them to 0. They'll get there eventually. Just build up a routine that you want to stay consistent at to learn Japanese. Build up a routine for efficient homework habits. Work on whatever homework for an hour. Work on work at this time for this much effort. Don't orient yourself around tasks or goals. They're stupid. All right, I'm a goal-oriented individual, and it's really annoying. It's a good thing, but orient yourself around habits. And I think that's why I'm good at waking up in the morning, because it's a habit. I just think tomorrow I'll be up at 5:30. I'm not, I'm eating keto. Great, I can eat this and not this. I'm not focused on the goal of a weight goal or anything. Sure, I'm measuring my progress, but become habit-oriented, not goal-oriented. That's my spiel. Thanks for watching and listening to my TED Talk. Appreciate it. Have a good one. And as always, don't forget to stay awesome.